Hey guys, today we're going to look at word problems that involve inequalities. So instead of equations, we're going to be setting up inequalities, meaning that we're going to be using the symbols less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to, depending on the problem. Okay, let's look at example 1. The length of a rectangle is 5 centimeters more than its width. The perimeter of the rectangle is at least 66 centimeters. Find the minimum measures of the length and width. So we're going to start out similarly to what we've been doing. Is the first sentence, the length of a rectangle is 5 centimeters more than its width, is comparing width to length. I'm going to let x be the width. And the length is 5 centimeters more than that. So x plus 5 is the length. Remember, it's a rectangle, so if it's a shape, you should draw the picture, x times and x plus 5. The perimeter of the rectangle is at least 66 centimeters. So now we have this new piece of information where we say at least 66. Not equal to, but at least. So when you see at least, it's talking about greater than or equal to. So the perimeter, meaning all the sides added, which there's 2 x's plus there's 2x plus 5's, has to be at least greater than or equal to 66. Okay? And we're just going to distribute and solve. So I have 2x plus 2x, 2x plus 10 is greater than or equal to 66. 4x plus 10 is greater than or equal to 66. Subtract the 10. 4x is greater than or equal to 56. Divide by 4. X is greater than or equal to 14. When I plug these in, that tells me that the width is at least or a minimum of 14 centimeters. That means it could be 14 centimeters or more. And the length minimum is at least 14 plus 5, which is minimum of 19 centimeters. So you'll see on my answer key, it says minimum for this type of problem, where you're telling the person that it's 14 or more, 19 or more. Okay, and that's the difference between what we're doing here and what we've been doing prior to this. We're going to look at one more example today with consecutive integers. 2 consecutive even integers are such that their sum is more than 86 decreased by twice the larger integer. So I have 2 consecutive even integers. That tells me my let statements. X is the first integer and x plus 2 is the second integer. Such that their sum, so I'm going to break this up into like sections. Their sum, that means I'm going to add them up. X plus 2. Here's the part you have to be careful. You have to take is more than together as one group. Is more than is an inequality. That's different from when in other lessons where we just saw more than. When someone says more than, it's plus. But when someone says is more than, that means it is greater than. You're using an inequality symbol. 86 decreased by goes like this. It's not less than where you subtract at the end. It's in that order. 86 decreased by minus, and then twice the larger integer. So 2 times, and in the parentheses, I'm going to put in the larger integer, which is x plus 2. So some inequalities will use words like at least, which is greater than or equal to. This one says is more than, or it might say is less than, and you just use greater than or less than. So I'm going to combine. I have 2x plus 2 is greater than 86 minus 2x minus 4. Be careful, you're distributing this negative along with it. I have 2x plus 2 is greater than 86 minus, let me combine 86 and negative 4 actually. And that's going to give me 84 minus 82. Minus 2x, and then I will add 2x to bring this to the left side. I have 4x plus 2 is greater than 82. Subtract 2, 4x is greater than 80. Divide by 4, x is greater than 20. Now for this, you have to be really careful. It doesn't say equal to 20. It's not greater than or equal to, it's greater than 20. So if you're looking for even integers, the first integer is not going to be 20. It's even integers that are greater than 20. So if you think of a number line, the first even integer that's bigger than 20 is 22. That would be x. And x plus 2 would be 2 higher than that, which is 24. So you have to be careful with the ones that don't have an equal sign. You're not actually counting this number. You're going higher than the number if it's greater than, or if it's less, you're going less than the number. Okay. I'm going to do example 3 with you guys tomorrow, but before I just end today's notes, I wanted to just go over some other terms you might see. You might see, instead of at least, which we just did, at least is greater than or equal to. You might see at most. At most is less than or equal to. No more than is another one you might see. No more than means less than or equal to. And no less than is another one you might see, which is greater than or equal to. And again, as I said before, is more than means just greater than. Is less than means less than. Okay? As opposed to if you just saw like 8 more than a number, 8 more than a number is plus. 8 less than a number is x minus 8. But when you have the word is attached to them, it makes it into a comparison. It makes it into an inequality. All right, so you're going to try a few of these tonight for homework, and we'll go over them in Zoom tomorrow. Thanks.